Hi everybody, it's Jade here, and quickly before I start this, I'm in my bathroom. As you can tell, there's a shower right there because it is so dark in my room. I have a light, but it's not a white light like this, it's like one of the yellow lights, and so the lighting just looks so bad. And literally, let me show you, that's a frosted window. It's not a freaking, it's not tinted, it's just frosted. It is literally 5 o'clock. 5 o'clock and it's dark. It is dark. As you can tell from the title, it is a story time, and it's the time that I swallowed my tongue piercing. Now this is a new channel, so you won't know this, and I'm going to do a video about all my piercings soon. I have a surface tongue piercing, or it's also called a scoop tongue piercing. I'll do a whole video on that if you want me to, like a new one. Come December when it's a year. But this is what it looks like. I swallowed this piercing, and by swallowed it I mean I swallowed the 2 balls and the bar. Now this piercing, if you didn't know, Google it, it goes through your tongue like this, and so I swallowed the entire thing. So let me tell you a story about how I swallowed it and how I got this new bar. Alright, so it was a Tuesday, and me and my boyfriend, we have lessons, no lessons period 3 and 4, which is between 11 and 12:40. So come 12:20ish, I'm like, I'm hungry, I want to go get some food. So we went to Sainsbury's, we grabbed a roll, we grabbed some hummus. We're in the park and we're just munching on this hummus and rolls. And my roll is obviously a soft roll because I don't like breaking my toothes on a hard roll. So I'm eating this roll, I'm munching, I'm having a great time, and then I'm eating, I'm like hitting my tooth on my tongue bar, and I'm like, what is going on? I thought maybe it's loose. So my smart brain, well done Jade, went, I know, you swallow this whole and then you can check your tongue bar afterwards. And I was like, genius. So I swallowed it and it hurt, and I was like, why did that hurt so much? But then I went, oh, it's because I just swallowed a roll whole. I like swallowed this and I had my tongue, and I was like, I did, like, you do that thing when you touch your tongue on the roof of your mouth to try to check if you feel a ball, and I'm like, I don't feel it. And then panic starts sitting, and I go, and there's not a single thing in there. Not a ball, not a bar, not nothing. There's just a tongue. And I look at my boyfriend, I'm like, I'm smiling, I'm like, I just swallowed my tongue bar. And then he starts laughing, and that triggers me to start crying. And I'm like, what about if, like, it's gonna heal up? That's £25. It's gonna cut me up inside. I'm gonna die. I need to go to the hospital. I need to get a new tongue bar. And he's like, we'll go to hospital then. I'm like, honey, priorities first. This will heal up. I need to go to, I need to go and get a new tongue bar. And I'm like, I got no money. He's like, I have money. We'll go and get one. So we whacks out his phone and he's Googling, and he's like, alright, there's one in Brick Lane, which is not too far from my school. So we jump on the bus and we go there. And we get off the bus and we're like looking around and we're like, where? We go Google Maps. It is not there. My boyfriend has 10 megabytes of data left on his phone. Literally nothing. So we're like trying to rush, like we've got to use this good, like, it's precious, we can't waste it. We look, it's not there, we're like, alright, back on data, Google another place. And there's another one in Hackney Road, also close to my school. So we jump on the bus again, we go to Hackney Road, and we're walking to this place, and I'm like, where is it? And he's like, I know there's places, I've seen it before. I'm like, cool. We walk up to it. And I don't know if you have these in other countries, but in England we have these shops where there's one shop at the bottom, and then there's like a door next to it where like a house would be above. But this wasn't a house above, it was another shop. It was the piercing shop above. So I walked up to it and I was like, are you sure? And we had called them in advance to ask them about piercings, and they said, this is the head office, we have some, but we don't have many, we're going to have a restock, could you come back another day? And we're like, no, this is an emergency, we need one. So we're like, he was like, cool, come in, we'll see. So we walk up these stairs, and I was like, oh, I'm so scared. It looked nice. And I walked up these stairs, and I was like, oh my god. And we walked into this big room, and it was beautiful. There was memorial mural. There was mural graffiti all over the wall. There was like, just so like, do you like a tattoo place with, not my brush up. Do you know what a tattoo place would look like when it's like graffiti, but it's like art graffiti, not like tags? It just was beautiful. And I was like, oh, I love this place. And so the man sitting there, he is a lovely guy, and he's like, my boyfriend called, so like, we called about 5 minutes ago about the scoop piercing. He was like, okay, measure it, and we'll see if we've got any in stock. So he measures it, and it's like, oh, yours is 16 or 17 like millimeters across. And so I was like, okay, that means nothing to me. It's a measurement. That's nice. And he's like, we haven't got any in stock. And I was like, and then he was like, we have the staple bars. Let me Google that for you too. This is a staple bar. Oh, yeah. Did you see it? And that is not what I have. I have, if you can see, that type of bar right there. And so I was like, I don't want a staple one because I've heard bad things about them. And he was like, well, I'll see if I have any of the plastic bars that you can use, like the PVC, whatever they're called, like acrylic bars. None. So he's like, I have an idea. And I was like, okay. And he was like, alright, so I'll bend you one by hand. And I was like, sure, whatever. I needed one, do it. So he grabs a straight, normal barbell, you know, the ones you get for normal piercing, just a straight barbell. And he grabs a pair of pliers, and he has the gloves on and everything, it's all like surgical, and he just bends it up. And I was like, is he actually doing this? And he spins it around, and he bends up to the other side, and he's like, right, put that in your mouth, test it out. So I put it in, and I'm like, feels good, feels like normal bob, thanks. And he's like, right, let me screw on the ball. So I stood there, like this, while he screwed on the balls, and I was like, so let me show you how he bent it. This is actually how he bent it. Okay. Yes, I hope you can see that. But that is how he bent it. Like, he bent it so well. I'm so amazed. Okay, so if you want to know, like, what happened afterwards with the whole belly and some white organs, I'll tell you now, it's TMI, you might not want to know, I'm going to talk about it. What happened is, a couple of days after, it left my body, and while it left my body, it was very painful, it was very sharp, and I did bleed, little bit. It did cut the exit. Don't swallow your tongue bar. Keep it tight. Anyway, that's all for today's video. I really hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure you subscribe. Leave a like if you want to see more piercing videos, because I'm planning on doing like my entire piercing collection. I've got a new piercing. I got it the other day. Ow. I got it the other day. It's still sore. It's here. I'll do a nice little video on that. Once it's healed, I'll change it. All that good stuff. And I'm also wanting to do my like how I pierced my own things, because I have 2 stories about that. So if you want to hear them, if you want to like see some more of me, subscribe and like, and leave any suggestions or any questions about my piercing in the comments, and I'll get back to you or make a video on it. So yeah, thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.